What is going on, guys? Chad back here with you on the RC Models and 3D Printing YouTube channel. Let's go! Alright, so been flying the Spark a lot lately, as you guys know. Love the Spark. It lights my fire. What can I say? Anyway, enough with the comedy. One thing about the Spark, I have been flying using the OTG cable, alright? The connection, in my opinion, is far more stable using the OTG cable than using the Wi-Fi connection. 5.8 is not too bad, but your distance is limited. 2.4 is a little more sketch, but I just don't get nowhere near the distance that DJI claims that I should get. And judging by a lot of people on Facebook, there's a small percentage that actually do. I'm okay with that. I don't need a mile range, especially with something that is this big that I have to go and try to find if I have an accident. But what I do need is a quality video signal, and what I do need is penetration through trees, poles, objects, whatever. And what I do need is just a little bit more confidence. Well, I thought you said you were using the OTG cable. I am, but with my recent customer service experience with DJI on my mavic flyaway, I've been kind of thumbing through all of the different forums and posts related to using the OTG cable. And it seems that this is another one of those DJI gray areas. We don't really know if you have an accident using an OTG cable, if you will be covered. Because when you plug that into an iOS device, not sure about Android, but when you plug that in, it basically says unsupported device. And you have to acknowledge and dismiss that. So, we're going to try some of these Polo Pro range reflector enhancer things. Now, these things are like 15 bucks. I have tried these in the past before. On my Phantom 3 Pro, they did a great job. On the Mavic, I could not tell a difference. Probably because the Mavic is just so powerful anyway. I just flew to a spot that I always fly to, and I'm kind of sunk down here, you know, kind of down here, and I'm kind of flying up here a little bit, so I'm not getting the best signal pathways anyway and shooting through trees and stuff. So these are actually made for the DJI Mavic, and they just slip right over the antennas just like they did on the Mavic, because we all know that the controllers are pretty much the same in appearance, not in performance, and the idea is to just reflect and bounce and reflect all of that Wi-Fi goodness toward your Spark, and hopefully give you better quality, better range, and a better experience. So let's go outside and let's test these babies out. Alright guys, I'm going to actually do the voiceover here and cut this video up so you don't have to watch all of this, just because I flew 2 battery packs and my results were pretty staggering. The first thing that you want to do is you want to check out your spectrum with the built-in spectrum analyzer like you saw. The channel I was on must have been close to my 5.8 router, which is really powerful, so I was getting some interference there. So I went ahead and just selected a new channel, started over the Wi-Fi, and took off. Now, This session here, you can see I'm flying 5.8. 5.8 is basically the best that I can understand the quality or the signal from the mobile device to the actual Spark remote. Now, you can play around with the settings in the app and change to 2.4. You can lock your Spark by holding in the button for 9 seconds and it'll beep at you and lock it into 2.4. But when it comes to actual transmission range and what I typically use, I usually fly 5.8 just because I know it's usually more stable and I usually don't have as many issues, especially out here in the country and even in the city. On this flight here, I'm going to go ahead and skip forward to, but you can see that we're getting some dropouts. This is without any type of deflector at all. And the biggest thing is without the OTG cable, the quality of the image and the responsiveness of the screen is just kind of all over the place. And that's the one thing that just drives me crazy about the Spark. That's why I use the OTG cable, because it just makes me feel more confident. So let me go ahead and speed up this little flight here. And 1550 is basically where things start to just fall apart. I could mess around a little bit and get another bar or so back of signal, but still, that's like a quarter of the distance that is promised. At this point with the test, I was just thinking, well, you know, I just know that this isn't going to work. So let's just bring it back home and let's put the deflectors on and let's see what happens. Skipping forward here, this is with the deflectors on 5.8, and you can see that I am cruising around at pretty good 2,600, 2,700 feet. I probably could have went further, but again, just the quality of the image completely going off all the time just drove me crazy and really scares me. So I wanted to bring it back home and just go for the moon. Let's see what these reflectors with an OTG cable will do. And here we go. OTG cable on. Flying on 5.8 because I did not lock the Mavic to the controller in 2.4. And look at my distance. Alright. Look how smooth and how clear the video is compared to what I was getting without the OTG cable. It's funny, this test turned into something more about the OTG cable than it actually did the extender. But I decided to go ahead and change that. My furthest distance with my Spark, well, I just passed it. 3,200 feet. And when it's all said and done, I took this baby out to its limit. Right a little bit over a mile is where everything started going apart. Won't take me long to get there, so I'll just let you guys enjoy the ride here a little bit through the Ohio countryside. All this property right here is abandoned, so I don't have to worry about hurting anybody there. I did not want to fly over the highway, even though I might have been able to. But you could see right there, at like almost at 5,000 feet, things just kind of gave up. I wish I had a signal strength indicator, but you just don't have one whenever you turn off Wi-Fi and you use the actual OTG cable. So I think the next time that I run a distance test like this, I'm going to go ahead and lock the Spark into 2.4 and fly with the OTG cable to see if I can actually go any further. But hey, at 5.8, beautiful video out to 5,000 feet. I mean, man, that's all I need. That's all I want. So I am going to do a part 2 and a follow-up to this. I want to find out if these things help me out inside the city. That's really what I want to know, because I have lost signal at 300, 400, 500 feet inside the city, doing some shots of water towers and old towers and buildings and stuff like that. But I think it's fair to say that unlike mavic extenders, these extenders actually do make a difference. I probably could have pushed my old limit to maybe 3,600 feet, but I couldn't have done it as confidently as I did using these $15 cheapo range extenders. So far I'm going to give them 2 thumbs up. We'll come back, we'll do some more testing with these things, and I will show you guys exactly what is going on. Until later, thanks for watching. See ya.